Nowadays, people say things like, oh, you should be running ads on Google. Let everybody see your business on Google. Or you should be running ads on Facebook. Use Facebook. Everybody's on Facebook. Everybody's online all the time. And nobody's wrong. They're both correct, right? But on today's podcast, on today's episode, I'm going to explain why one channel might be better for your business compared to the other, right? And yes, I have like 4 certifications with Google, and I have spent millions of naira on a Facebook ad. Bonjour, welcome to another episode of MIA with Damini, a bi-weekly show targeted at helping African business owners sell and market their products and services better. Now, I'm going to say this from the beginning so that it's out of the way once and for all. Every business should be running ads on more than one platform. Now, you might use one platform to start, right? But once you've grown and become an authority of some sort in that platform, move to another platform. For example, you started with Facebook. Most businesses always start with Facebook ads. You've gotten 5K, 10K, 15K, 20K followers. That's fantastic. Now move on to another channel. Start running Google ads, right? So that you have a good enough presence on multiple platforms. Because at the end of the day, guess what? You are not the owner of this platform. Mark Zuckerberg can say he's not doing Facebook again and Dabaru the whole thing. Same thing with the guys on running Facebook and Google ads, right? Now let's explain the importance of Google Ads for a business like yours, right? Whether you're providing a service or you created a product and you're trying to sell it, right? Now, what you need to understand is when it comes to Google, Google is a need-based platform. It's what I call a need-based platform. Now, what that means is most people, when they go to Google, they go there because they need something, right? It's a question they have. They need an answer to a question. For example, um, I'm looking for a plumber. Automatically, you go to Google and you type plumbers near me, right? Google, the way it works is they will then show you the list of contact details of the plumbers near you and all of that. So it's a need-based platform, right? Now, because I said it's a need-based platform, that doesn't mean like if I want things that are based on my wants, I still can't go there to look for it. For example, now I can go there to search for um, Chelsea just going to the Champions League final. So I can go there to search for a Chelsea jersey, right? And when I'm searching for a Chelsea jersey, it can then show me a list of people that sell Chelsea jerseys around me and in other parts of Nigeria, right? But priority wise, it's more of a need based platform. So the kind of product that you sell, right? Is it a need or a want? When you look at your ideal customer, is your product or service something that ideal customer would have a need for? For example, you have a broken tap. Oh, I need a plumber quickly. Um, there was a spark. There was a spark in the house. Oh, I need an electrician, right? So it's always a need-based platform. That's when you want to. That's when you can take a lot of benefits from running ads on Google, right? So another thing is it's very good for local audiences. Now the reason why it's good for local audiences is because of that Google My Business tool that they have, right? So again, let's use let's use an example that I love. Let's talk about food. Now let's imagine I'm looking for where to have lunch, or I don't want to cook. I want to just order some food, right? When I can easily search for deliveries or takeouts, food takeouts around me, restaurants around me, that kind of thing. That I can place an order and then they can deliver to me in my house, right? So that's what Google is for. That's what will help. Now, obviously, you can use it for other things in the sense like, for example, let's say you sell dresses, right? When somebody goes on Google, like I said earlier, they're always going there to look for the answer to something, right? So I go on Google and I type in, let's think of an example now here, guys. Example. Okay, I go on Google and I type in um what is a Chelsea boot, right? I'm asking Google a question. What is a Chelsea boot? Now, what will happen is that I can set up. You can set up you as a business owner can set up your Google ads that when the word Chelsea is put in a search term, your business that sells Chelsea boots can be put forward as part of it. Now, what you can even do to even like strengthen your Google ranking. You can have an in-depth article on what Chelsea boots are. So Google will do two things. When I search for Chelsea boots, your article would appear as a suggestion that has the definition of a Chelsea boot. That's with your SEO. If you link it up properly and you get it high enough, you can also set up ads that once you type in Chelsea boots, it will then show the let's call the person inquirer. It will then show the person that is asking questions, right? Okay, this is where you can buy your next pair of Chelsea boots, right? So that's the beauty of using Google Ads. Here's an example. If you go online right now and you type, let's say microwave, blender, something, you will see a Jumia ad on your Google search. There's always a Jumia ad, right? So that's exactly and Jumia sells on, going back to my initial point where I said that as a business owner, you should be on different channels, more than one channel. Jumia sells on Instagram and Facebook as well as Google, right? But yeah, that's the benefits of a small business using Google. Now let's talk about Facebook, right? So when you open your Facebook or Instagram app, you're not going there to look for an electrician, you're not going there to look for a plumber or even a carpenter, right? You're going there to look for pictures and videos of family and friends, the latest gists, and pictures of maybe influencers or celebrities that you follow. Okay, so it's a want-based platform because when you see pictures and videos of these guys, you want their lifestyle, you want things that they have, you want things that they're enjoying. For example, now if it's the food they're eating, you want to see that food, that kind of thing. So when you run ads on Facebook, your business needs to be like more of a want-based business. So things like clothes, things like even food nowadays, right? You want to run ads on Facebook because that's what the platform is meant for. It's more of a want-based platform. It's not I need a plumber, so I'll go on Facebook. No, 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 no. Now, what I would say is the best benefit of using Facebook, right, is the ability for you to target niche customers, right? So let me explain. For example, now, wait first. So let me first explain what niche means. So for example, now let's say we're talking about fashion, right? Fashion is broad. So now let's niche it down. So from fashion, we then go to t-shirts, right? And from t-shirts, we then go to streetwear, right? So now we've niched it down from fashion to to t-shirts, from t-shirts to streetwear, right? We can then niche it down further and say that we want to niche it down to anime streetwear. So all of them Naruto, Hunter, all those kind of things. We can niche it down to those particular type of t-shirts, right? So that's what niching down means. And when you run ads on Facebook, Facebook allows you to niche down your advert to reach your exact target audience, which is great, right? And the beauty of it is Facebook has at least 2 billion visitors every month. Now, these 2 billion people are interested in all sorts of things. So, what that means is that no matter what your product is, no matter what your service is, your customer is definitely on Facebook, right? Now, because your customer is definitely on Facebook, Facebook can also help you if you're a new business create necessary brand awareness, right? So that's what Facebook is good for as well. Remember, I told you it's a passion-based platform. Okay, let's use another example. Let's talk about food. So let's say you are in Nigeria we eat rice a lot. So let's say you're eating rice Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Then all of a sudden you're scrolling through Facebook and then you see this very nice um, bowl of amala with what's wrong with my voice? You see this nice bowl of amala with what's the name of this soup? Abula. Funny thing is, I've never had abula, but every time that I want to eat swallow, people are always making noise about that abula soup. Anyways, let me not deviate. So you've gotten you are scrolling on Instagram, right? You then see this beautiful pot of amala with abula stew. They now tell you that, oh, it is 2,000 naira or it's 1,000. Delivery is 30 minutes from your house. Everything sounds good, right? Again, you are tired of eating rice, but you did not know it was amala. That you did not know the option of amala was available to you until you opened Instagram, right? So that's why I say it's a passion-based platform. All of a sudden, you've seen amala with abula, with plenty pomo, roundabout, fish, all those things. Before you know it, you send them DM. Hi, how can I get a plate of this? Right? So that's why I said that Facebook is more of a passion slash want-based platform compared to Google. In conclusion, right, key takeaway, key take home, assignment for the day is that, as a business owner, you the only thing that you own is your own platform, right? So let me explain. Your Instagram page, you don't own it. Mark Zuckerberg owns it. You are just renting space there, right? Um, your Twitter profile, your Facebook page, all those things, you don't own them. The platforms where Google would put your advertisements is not your platform, right? The Google search engine is not your search engine, right? So at the end of the day, you need to position yourself, right? Position yourself in a way that you are sure that you own your customers at least. And the best way to do that is with your own website, right? That's a conversation for another day, maybe the next episode. Let's see how it goes. But now that we've put that aside, that all these platforms are not your own, and you should be looking to have some form of ownership on your own platforms. Let's go back to the topic of the day in quote, right? You should definitely be running business ads on as many platforms as you can afford to run them on. So whether it's Facebook, whether it's Google, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitter, TikTok ads have started. It's just not in Nigeria yet. I don't think it's not in any African country actually, but it's already started. I think they're trying it out in Canada. I'm not sure, but I think so. I read it. So I know I read it somewhere. But yeah, you want to run ads on as many platforms and understand these different platforms and be able to be visible in these platforms, right? One of the key things I learned from one of my mentors' books is that no matter the product you sell, if people are not aware of those products, nobody will buy from you. Right? I remember what I told you at the beginning of this our podcast journey. In business, your key responsibility is to know how to sell. You can outsource every other thing in business, but you must know how to sell, right? But yeah, so you know, make sure you are running ads on as many platforms as possible. Again, these things are not cheap. They are affordable compared to the billboards, TV ads, things like that. But they're not cheap. When you are doing them right, they're not cheap. Okay. And that's a wrap for today, guys. Thank you so much for listening to another episode on the MIA with Damini podcast. As you well know, this podcast is sponsored by Oja Digital, a digital agency targeted at making marketing simple and productive for business owners. If you have any questions, as regards, business development, marketing tips, all of that, or even have comments, right? If you want to be part of the podcast as well, feel free to give me a shout out. Feel free to send me a message on TikTok, on Instagram, at damini.williams, right? So, this is me saying goodbye. See you on the next episode, or hear you and hear me, I guess, on the next episode.